Welcome back. The Jacksonville Jaguars sent Urban Meyer packing. Owner Shad Khan firing the head coach before he completed his first season in the NFL. Meyers' 11th-month tenure filled with accusations of infighting with his coaches, benching his best offensive player, and even kicking a former player. Frisco sports analyst James Coleman in the house tonight. James, thank you so much for joining us. James, we know that Urban Meyer was the guy that Shad Khan wanted. He made no secret about it. He was going after a guy with no NFL coaching experience. It was an epic failure. Please explain why this next hire is truly the most important of Khan's era or reign as the Jaguars owner.
Well, he quickly eradicated the problem, but you need a head coach to be able to cast vision, kind of build you from the depths and grow your own franchise. And if you don't make the right hire, it's going to set you back even more, and there's going to be even more pressure, which the things that he wants to do in the city of Jacksonville require a really, really good team to help bring in more revenue as well.
James, Urban Meyer, as you know, it seemed every single week, every single month, there was some type of accusation, infighting with coaches, the situation with James Robinson that nobody never understood, knowing that Trevor Lawrence needed a running game. But please give me your thoughts on the news, the accusations that Urban Meyer kicked his former kicker, Josh Lambo.
One, you should never put your hands on another grown man without consequence, whether it be preferably it be from the ownership or it be from the player. He definitely wouldn't try a defensive tackle like that. But it just sounds more like this is loving hip-hop Jacksonville as opposed to a professional franchise. Talking down to coaches, talking down to players, and even having this sit-down interview with the kicker. It's just nothing about this seems like a well-run organization. So yes, Shad got rid of Urban, but there's some other things that he's going to have to look to internally to figure out why is this a consistent problem. It's not just the head coach.
No doubt about it. Shad Khan will have to do some soul searching and maybe change some things and stop listening to some of the people he's listened to in the past. But let's talk about Trevor Lawrence. He is the most important figure in this whole thing. He's being called a generational quarterback. What qualities must his next coach possess to make sure that we get the right coach and that we don't set this franchise back another 10, 15 years?
Patience, trustworthiness, and football IQ, and high intelligence, because these are all the things that he's going to need with Trevor. Trevor, in the next few years, is going to struggle. He's going to make mistakes, but he needs to be able to have somebody that he can trust in that's going to develop him to where in the next 5 to 6 years, he's going to be the #1 quarterback in the National Football League. And that also takes a high football IQ, a guy that when he looks at him, he knows that this guy isn't just a quote-unquote winner, but he's a winner that's also considered a football savant.
James Coleman saying it was like love in hip-hop Jacksonville. Thank you, my friend, for joining us tonight. And no doubt, Trevor Lawrence did express his relief now that the drama, that they made a shift and they can now focus on the future and move forward. The Jaguars, with 4 games remaining in the regular season, they've got a home contest against the Texans this Sunday at 1 o'clock. Coming up tonight, all new at 6, we'll hear from the Jaguars' new interim head coach, his thoughts on people saying Trevor Lawrence has regressed. That's all new at 6.